What's up guys, I'm Gatsby. In this video I'll show you how to make a health bar in Unity just like this. So, starting off we have an empty project, just a camera and a player. All it is a sprite. Let's click on our player and add a script. We'll just call it player script. Then starting off, let's add a public float value for the health and our maximum health. Okay, then after that, let's do some UI stuff. Let's start by adding an image. This will create a canvas and an event system, don't worry about that. We'll call our image health bar. Once you've made your health bar image, you're gonna wanna go to scene, and then let's put our canvas in the center. We can do that by clicking canvas, clicking on the canvas. Then let's make sure we're in 2D mode up in the top there. Make sure our rect tool is selected. Then we want to select our health bar once more and then just edit it to the size you like by clicking and dragging like so. And once you've done that, go over to the width and height section and change these values to specific round integer values, because we're going to be typing these in a bit later. Okay. Then click on the health bar and press Ctrl D. You're going to duplicate it and then drag it onto the health bar, making it a child object of the original health bar. Then I'm going to rename it to health. I recommend you do the same. Then let's just pick a color. I pick red. You can really do anything. Then, very important to note, let's go to the rect transform here, click it, then hold your shift key and click right here, the left middle position. The reason we do this is we set the anchor point at the left. So now when you change the width of the health bar, it contracts towards the anchor point correctly. And our health bar is starting to look more like an actual health bar. Okay. So now let's make a health bar UI script. We can start by removing the start and update functions like so. Let's create a serialized field for a rect transform. We'll call it health bar. Then we also want to create 4 public floats for our health, our maximum health, and the width and height of the health bar UI image itself. Okay, so now let's set health in our editor as the rect transform for health bar for our script. Then let's change the width and height appropriately. You can see in the rect transform in the top right there, the correct width and height to set it to. Then we're going to create 2 functions. The first one will be for setting the maximum health value. All we'll do is take in a max health and assign it to our variable here. Next, we will create a set health function where we simply set the health, and then we compute the width of our rect transform. We do this by taking the proportion of the health and max health and multiplying it by the width of the rect. We will appropriately set the rect transform's size delta value by assigning it to a new vector 2 with our new width and the height which we already have. That won't be changing. Also important to note, make sure to add using UnityEngine.ui so that we have the appropriate namespace included. Okay, let's go back to the player script. We'll start by creating a serialized field for the health bar UI. Then in our start function for player, we'll just set the maximum health of our UI to the max health of the player. And let's go ahead and drag in our health bar UI to the player script on our game object. And then go ahead and set your health and max health. It can be whatever you like, but I went with 50 and 80. Okay, then we're going to create a public function in the player script called setHealth. And it'll just take in a float. We'll then add our changed health to our health value. And we don't want our health to go below 0 or exceed our max health. So a very useful function we can use is the clamp function, which will restrict our health from 0 to our max health. Perfect. Then we just want to call the setHealth function for our UI and pass in our health. So we want a way to test this. So let's just have where if we press D, we lose health, and if we press H, we gain health. And you can do that like so, with input.getKeyDown with the respective key value. Of course, if you have actual enemies in your game, it'll probably involve calling this function after some sort of collision, but for now we will just test it like this. And then let's go in here and test it. And it looks like it works perfectly. Awesome. If you have any issues, one thing to keep in mind is the rect transform here. If it's not properly anchored, then it won't adjust the size appropriately. And if you have any other issues, feel free to leave a comment. I'm willing to help. And yeah, other than that, leave a like, subscribe. Have a great day. Peace.